The dog is here. The dog is here.
Shut up. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me. Anyway, Juneteenth just passed. To be honest with you, I felt nothing. I felt absolutely nothing. For the last couple years, black people have been whining like they're not free.
The juxtaposition of these two things is very reflective of the kind of paradox and riddled nature of black life after emancipation, right? So that's one of the things that I think is important and why Juneteenth celebrations always continue to be important.
If you hit a man in time, his wounds will heal.
Freedom continues to be an unfinished project, essentially.
And if you steal from a man, you can replace what you steal.
Therefore, I don't feel like celebrating a holiday that declares that we was free. I'm sorry, but black people pretty much suck the fun out of Juneteenth for me.
Sure, they gonna say I'm race bait, but I had to lure them with the hate.
Okay? And when we're talking about certain people who did that, I'm going to tell you two in particular. This won't be a long video, but I will get a couple of things off my chest. First off, I'm going to name the first one is Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot declared racism a public health crisis and pledged nearly $10 million in COVID-19 federal relief money to fight it.
Mayor Lori Lightfoot looks like Beetlejuice. She looks like Beetlejuice. When I look at Lori Lightfoot, I can see so much hate in her. There is no happiness. There is no happiness. Lori Lightfoot is not she's not a leader. I don't know how she got her position. Probably because of some stupid ass black people have the propensity to call people grandma or auntie.
I'm also America's cool aunt. A fun aunt. I call that a funt.
And things like that, and they try to associate politics in a family way. Therefore, I should vote for people. You get what I'm saying? That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Look, these people don't know you. Therefore, they're not your family. So just because they look a certain skin color as you does not make them uncle somebody or auntie whoever.
Sure, they gonna say I'm race bait, but I had to lure them with the hate.
I'm talking to you, Maxine Water, you bitch you. Anyway, back to Lori Lightfoot. When it comes to Lori Lightfoot and why I don't really like her and why she needs to shut up talking about black people and black problems, I'm sorry, Miss Lori Lightfoot, but you committed a sin against black people that you're so-called for.
Well, Jonathan, I think one of the big narratives coming out of the pandemic is that the costs and consequences of inequities and injustice simply can no longer be ignored. You're right. We've known that racism is a public health crisis, but I think naming it and saying it gives us the opportunity to address it once and for all.
You went out and married a white woman, okay? I don't know if nobody noticed this, but Lori Lightfoot's spouse is a white lady. Now, there is nothing wrong with Lori Lightfoot and her LTBG ties to that community. I could care less. I don't care at all. What I care about is how you're standing on a podium complaining about black people and their problems, but you run out and you sleep and marry a white woman like she's not a part of that white society that you so-called claims oppress you.
The campaign gained momentum through demonstrations and marches in July 1966. And as we students of history know, it was during one of these marches that black demonstrators were violently attacked by white residents. house and bricks, and Dr. King himself was struck, leading him to remark, I've seen, quote, I've seen many demonstrations in the South, but I've never seen anything so hostile and hateful as I've seen here today, end quote. Nevertheless, Dr. King did not give up the fight against housing inequality and redlining here in Chicago. And thanks to its organized activism, the Chicago Housing Authority announced it would build public housing with limited height requirements, and the Mortgage Bankers Association agreed to make mortgages available regardless of race. Those are monumental steps at that time. Now, these announcements were, as Dr. King eloquently put it, the first steps in a 1,000-mile journey. And we're still on that journey today.
Sure, they gonna say I'm race bait, but I had to lure 'em with the hate.
That right there really irks the crap out of me. Lori Lightfoot should not say anything else about black people because it is so obvious that you don't really care about us like that. You get what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody says, but you can't talk about things in the black community and sleep with the enemy at the same damn time. The bitch sleeping with the enemy. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. Moving on to my next suspect, culprit. Yes, I said it. To my next motherfucking scumbag of the earth who thought it was so necessary to turn Juneteenth into a national holiday.
And so, as we establish Juneteenth as our newest national holiday, let us be clear about what happened on June 19th, 1865, the day we call Juneteenth. Because you see, that day was not the end of slavery in America. Yes, on that day, the enslaved people of Galveston, Texas, learned that they were free. But in fact, 2.5 years earlier, the Emancipation Proclamation ended slavery in the Confederacy. So think about that. For more than 2 years, the enslaved people of Texas were kept in servitude. For more than 2 years, they were intentionally kept from their freedom. For more than 2 years. And then on that summer day, 156 years ago, the enslaved people of Texas learned the news. They learned that they were free.
Sure, they gonna say I'm race bait, but I had to lure 'em with the hate.
You get what I'm saying? But this particular person is married. Once again, she's married to a white person. Yes, I'm gonna give it up for your stupid ass vice president who can't seem to find the border to save her life, but she always laughing though. Man, shut the fuck up, Kamala Harris. Yes, I'm talking about Miss Kamala Harris, who husband...
Vice President-elect's husband, Doug Emhoff, is also making history as America's first second gentleman. President-elect Kamala Harris celebrated the historic moment with her family, stepkids Cole and Ella, and her niece Mina.
Yo, you get what I'm saying? Yes, this so-called Auntie Kamala, you get me? Who wants to champion the black community like she's from the black community, and we all understand that Kamala Harris is not from the black community, but just like Lori Lightfoot, they always jumping in front of the camera screaming about the black community and how we oppressed and things like that, but then you turn around and you sleeping with the enemy.
Believe, and it's personal, and I was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country.
This right here is what irks me about these people in the media, these so-called black people.
I'm also America's cool aunt.
In the media who have their own agenda, who don't care about the black community, but they always want to talk about them. I'm talking about Lori Lightfoot, and I'm talking about Kamala Harris today. I'm sure there are many, many more of them. If you just look at them, their character, you get me? You will see them for who they are. Don't look at their skin.
Sure, they gon' say I'm race bait, but I had to lure 'em with the hate.
Look at their character, the things that they do, their track record, so to speak. Do you get what I'm saying? And I said what I said, and that's all I can say. Anyway, that's pretty much the video for today. I just wanted to shed a little light on these so-called black leaders for the black community. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You really got to look at these people because the hypocrisy is stupid. Bye.